Hi guys. I'm always like, hi guys, and then as if I've been running a marathon, which, you know, is not a lie. It's not untrue. But just because, metaphorically speaking, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. And I'm just happy that I made it at this point. Let me pull up my comments. Oh my goodness. So today we're going to be making the wreath. It's like a Christmas ornament wreath. We can just call it a Christmas wreath. Hello, Praveen. So just give me one moment here as I get settled. I put some music on, but I put on some music that I think will distract me because I really love this song, Lost on You by LP. So let me just put on Christmas Lo-Fi. Alright, so I'm using 65-pound cardstock as always, except for the base of the wreath, which is 110. And then I also decided to double up my base because I wanted the base to be green, so to match the foliage, but I also wanted that sturdiness of the thicker cardstock. So I just got out 2 of these circles, and I'm going to place the green on top. And you can obviously do this if you only have, 65-pound cardstock. You can cut out a bunch, maybe 2, 3, 4, however many you want, to create like a sturdier base for your wreath. And here I have all of my ornaments, all of my Christmas ornaments, and in different colors. Again, 65-pound cardstock. This is the base for the ornament, or like the cap. And I meant to do this in gold. I don't know what happened, but I think it's fine that it's this color. And yeah, and then I have my foliage, my leaves, and I honestly do not know how many pieces I have cut, but a bunch. I might have cut a little bit too, maybe I'll have some extras, but you guys know I always like to cut extra elements, extra petals, extra leaves, just in case. So I'm going to start with the ornaments. So I'm going to set aside the foliage for now, just to create a bit more space. Also, of course, a bunch of stars and sequins and all of those good things. And yeah, each ornament is going to be composed of 4 layers or 4 circles. And we're going to bend these and then glue them. So I'm preheating my glue, as you can see. There we go. Maybe now I can see better. I'm going to be using hot glue. Use whatever glue you are comfortable with. And let's get started. I know some of you guys have the template. I shared it earlier as a freebie in my latest post. It will be up for a limited amount of time, so take advantage while you can. And so if you're using my template, there are these perforated lines that go down in the middle, and so folding it will be super easy, like so. If you don't have my template and you're using circles, your own template, whatever, then using a bone folder might be helpful for you. So we're gonna fold 3 of the shapes, and we're not gonna fold the 4th shape. Okay, that's going to be the process. So I'm just going to do the folding for all of them now. And then the second step will be gluing to form our 3D ornaments. Yep. Okay, this music is better. It's like a nice background music. It's festive and it's not gonna distract me. I'm not gonna start singing along, which I will regret later. Oops. So if you're just joining me now, I am making a Christmas wreath made entirely of paper. And the wreath, when it's assembled, when it's all done, it has a diameter of about 9 inches. You can scale it down. Obviously, you can scale it up. It sort of depends on the type of paper you're using, the machinery you're using. As far as scaling it up, scaling it down also is possible, as this is an SVG file. The only thing that you have to be, mindful of and, test it out yourself would be the leaves. You can, only go down so much before you start to lose like the details on these leaves. They're very dainty, as you can see, very intricate. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to form my ornament. These are ornaments, and like the bauble ornaments. And to do so, I'm going to apply glue to the ridge here where we folded the corner all the way down. And again, I'm using hot glue. Use whatever glue you are used to, whatever glue you prefer. And then again, we have the perforated line here, which we will use as a guide to place our folded piece so that it's right in the center. And with hot glue, we can continue to add the second layer because it dries really fast, so we can work pretty fast. So this piece is going to go on the side, kind of on a 45-degree angle, and I like to just hold it a little bit so that it retains that 45-degree angle. Like so. And then we're going to add the last layer on the other side, again on a 45-degree angle. And just hold it in place until the glue starts to dry. And then I try to adjust the layers so that there is an even space between all the different sections, like so. And now we have this cute little 3D sphere. And then lastly, we're going to add the cap like that. So I'm going to add some glue, a little bit of glue here, just a tiny bit, do not need much, and then simply attach. Like so. Now I kind of forgot to do this here, but you could add with your with a scoring pen or with a bone folder, you can add a couple of lines just to create a little bit of a texture. but I'll do that after once this is like completely dry. So again, you can either use a scoring pen or bone folder or anything that has that is a little bit sharp, just to create some scoring lines here. Like so. You can do just a few, you can do a couple, just to create that like bauble shape. Oh, thanks guys. So that's it. That's how you make the ornament. And I'm just gonna repeat the same thing for all of these. So it's pretty easy. Once you get the hang of this, it might feel a little bit awkward at first, but trust me, you will get the hang of it once you do a few. Again, I'm using that perforated line here as a guide. If you don't have that, try to put the first folded shape right in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to add the side pieces. Hello, Bard Wakinu. I hope I said your name right. And so yeah, like I was saying, it's a fairly easy technique. And this festive craft is kid friendly, family friendly. If you're doing it with like younger kids, you could also you could further simplify it, and instead of doing 3 of these folded shapes, you would do just 1. And I'll show you in the next bauble what I mean. Basically just using the first folded shape. I'll show you guys in a second what I mean. And also, like I said earlier, you don't have to use hot glue, especially if you're working with young kids. You can use just like liquid glue, craft glue. So if you were doing this with, again, younger kids, I would just do, you would put glue here and then sort of open this folded shape a bit more, and it would be sort of like this. So you would still get that 3D element, right? But it would be one shape, so a little bit easier for the kiddos. It kind of depends, you know. But it's nice that you can personalize these. You can add any color you want. You can arrange them in any way you want. You can add, you know, a bunch or just like a few in between. I'm going to do 7, but you could add more, of course. Hiya Gamil. Yes, Christmas is coming. It is coming fast. That is for sure. You are on break, right? Right, Yagamil? You have a nice long break. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Hello, hello. So yeah, this template right now is a freebie. It's the freebie of the month. It will be up for a limited time as a freebie, and then you'll be able to find it in my shop as an SVG template. I don't want to post this as a PDF because, like I said earlier, the foliage has very fine detail. So unless someone like specifically requests it, I'm not gonna have it as a PDF because I don't want people to think that is something that can be easily cut by hand and then be disappointed. It's not impossible. It's not impossible to cut this by hand, but you definitely need to have a certain level of expertise or experience, let's say, with cutting by hand. So here's another one. I love these red ones. They're so cute. Alright. Awesome. And yeah, the first one that I made was with all red baubles. I don't know if you guys saw, I didn't see my last post. Because it was really just my first, that was actually my first test cut of that file. I mean, yeah, it was. I mean, the leaves, I've used these leaves before, but I had not used the bubble shapes before, not the round ones. So it was about combining all these different elements, and I didn't know how it was gonna come out, but surprisingly it came out great. And I say surprisingly because typically it takes me I don't know, a couple times, several times, for the design to be like the way that I envisioned it. But this was one of those rare occasions where I test cut it and it came out great. But yeah, because it was the first time I used all red ornaments, just because it was easier and faster to cut all one color. But yeah, I like both versions. I like the version with multicolored ornaments. I mean, I have not seen this in real life, so to speak, yet. I've only done, like I said, the all red ornaments version. But I mean, you can't go wrong with a rainbow. At least that's what I think. Long holiday. Oh, you're so lucky. I love hiking. So sad because Aw, is the student gonna come back? I'm assuming they're home for the holiday, for the winter break. Okay. Here's another one. Super cute, right? Okay, this is looking good. super cute. I'm really loving these multicolored baubles. Let's see. So for those of you who are just joining, I'm making a Christmas wreath. Right now I'm working on the ornaments. And then these ornaments will be added to the wreath, which is a 9-inch, just like a simple leaf wreath. But adding these multicolored Christmas ornaments or Christmas baubles really makes it festive and I don't know, very cheery and very cute. There's another one. We have one more left. Boa noite. Boa noite, Flavia. Boa noite. Oh my gosh, my Portuguese is really rusty. So our next step is going to be to shape the leaves and then add them to our wreath. And that's pretty much it. Ooh. Brushing here a little bit. So yeah, it's all about keeping that 45-degree angle. That really helps with keeping the space between the sections even. That is really the only like trick to these 3D Christmas spheres. And that's it. There's another one. So now that we have our baubles, oh my gosh, wouldn't this make a cute little mini garland? Oh, it would be so pretty. But like I said, I'm gonna add these to my wreath. So let's start with, well, no, let's bring our foliage here. Look how many I have, guys. And there's more. Yeah, I mean, I love for my wreath to be full, so that's why I cut a bunch. I love how the first wreath came out, but I feel like it was a little bit on the thinner side. For this one, I'm going to aim to make it a bit thicker, like wider, and I'll show you what I mean. But let's shape our leaves. Where's my bone folder? Bone folder. There you are. Can you share the material? So yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm using 65-pound cardstock and 110-pound cardstock for the base of my wreath. Everything else is 65-pound cardstock. And I used hot glue to attach all the pieces to form the baubles, and now I'm using a bone folder, this tool right here, to shape and to create a bit of a like a dimension 3D shape basically for these for the foliage, for these leaves. Okay, you don't need a lot, just gently shape these leaves. And what else? That's it. Yeah, you don't need a lot of tools for this. And this template is my own template, which right now is available as a freebie. All you need to do is go to my last post, which is the wreath. It's a video of the wreath, and comment the word wreath. I mean, the instructions are in the caption, but basically just comment the word wreath, and you will receive a link to download this template for free. But this is only available for a limited amount of time, so take advantage of it while you can. And of course, with Christmas, I mean, you know, you have no choice but to act fast. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Love from India. Thank you so much, Mam Takumari. My holiday will be just locally here. We're staying local and just keeping it, you know, cozy and comfy. I'm not traveling this holiday season. I mean, we will be traveling just locally to see like extended family. But then we will be home for Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. Oh my gosh, it would be so cool if we got snow for Christmas. But it actually snowed a little bit here today. But it barely stuck. So it would be so nice to get like a snowstorm. It would make my day. What about you? Where are you spending your holiday, Yagamir? And you guys, in general? Does anybody have any exciting plans? My most exciting plans that I'm looking forward to are just to spend time with my family, eat delicious food, and just get lots of sleep. Oh, thanks guys. Yeah, last year I visited Albania. That's where I'm from. That's where my family lives. Right after Christmas, I visited with my daughter, and we hadn't been in like 3 years, so it was so nice. And we had a great time. But I plan to go back this summer, so I have a lot of exciting things to look forward to in the new year. Yeah, and I love this color. It's so pretty. The green color. It's like an evergreen green. Very pretty. One thing that I like to do is for all of my leaves to sort of face, because these, I mean, they could face, the leaves obviously could face in either this direction or this direction, right? But to create sort of like a uniform look, I like for all of my leaves to face the same direction. And so as you are shaping your petals, as shaping your leaves, just be mindful of that they are facing the same direction. Alrighty. Another thing that you could do is double up the leaves to save time. So you could literally just stack 2 leaves and then bend them or curl them. But of course the paper now is becoming thicker, so you have to use a bit more elbow grease, which, yeah, it's fine. And it also depends on the thickness of the paper that you're using, how many of these you can fold. Like if you're using a paper that's thinner, you could fold, or you could stack rather 3, 4 or more leaves and fold them at the same time. Okay, just making sure I got the right side. I have never been to Malaysia. I would love to visit one day, but no, I've never been. Okay. So again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of these. I mean, probably. I might have some extras, but if not, if I don't use them for this wreath, I'll use them for the next one, so it's all good. The template does come with like all of the pieces of all of the components already like duplicated, so literally all you do is just upload the file onto Design Space or whatever program you're using and then just cut. So these leaves are duplicated, but I did like add just a couple extras again, just because I like to be extra, guys, okay? Aw, yeah, hope to see you too. That would be awesome. Be awesome to have a meetup of all of the Floral Flair friends. It would be so cool. That's right. All right, so once I'm finished with the foliage, I'm going to glue basically these shapes onto the wreath, and I'm going to use again hot glue to secure the leaves onto the wreath. Now you could use any, I'm using paper, simply paper or cardstock paper for the base. You could use a different type of base that you might have, like one of those grapevine wreaths, foam wreaths. It is definitely up to you. So I mentioned this in the beginning that I doubled up, I duplicated the base because I wanted to make it a bit sturdier, and you know, the 65-pound cardstock, you know, it's not the sturdiest, but I also wanted to have the green to match my foliage, so I did 110-pound cardstock, it's a bit sturdier, and then the 65-pound cardstock on top. For this I'm actually going to use my regular glue. Oh my gosh, I got the new tips, guys, by the way. They're here. I told you guys that I had lost one of my tips. This other one is just old and keeps getting clogged up. It was time. I've had this glue for, I don't know, 2 years more maybe. So anyway, my tips came, but I haven't gotten a chance to open it yet and set it up, so here I am using my old tips while my new tips are just sitting on my desk. But this will do. All right. This would be, this base could also be wood. That would be another nice material to use for an even sturdier base. Okay, there we go. Now, as we start layering the leaves, the foliage, I'm gonna try to keep sort of like a similar shape throughout the whole circle, right? Because I want to kind of keep the same size. I want the same width, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna be mindful of as I glue these pieces. But other than that, you know, I'm just applying some glue right there, and just gonna go out a little bit like that. The first one is gonna be, the first like 3 or 4 are going to be what sort of determines the width of our wreath and the shape of our wreath. So I want to kind of just, I'm going back to actually my my design here on Design Space. I have it pulled up just as a reference, because again, I want this to look a certain type of way. Like I want this to be wide enough so that when I put the ornaments, they don't overtake the whole wreath, if that makes sense. Like I want them to be in the center of the wreath, like here, but I don't want them to be all that I see, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna take my time. You guys see? Okay, you guys can see, okay. Sometimes I just forget that I am recording this, and I will pull my design like right here out of the camera view, so I'm glad I didn't do that. So that looks good. Okay, I think I'm gonna there's one more here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Ooh. So you know, I put 2 to the right and 1 that's like more inner position. As you guys can see, it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, this is what I got, and this is what I'm going to basically try to replicate. I'm going to try to keep the same, again, the same width, the same shape throughout. Now, of course, it's not going to be exactly the same, and it shouldn't be. There's going to be slight variations, but I want them to be slight variations. So I'm always looking out here. And also in here. So keeping the leaves in the same direction creates this like continuity, and it just looks better, I think. Guys, this is going to come out very differently from my first wreath, I think. So we'll see. See how this comes out. I'm just gonna continue to add these like outer leaves first. And then I'm gonna continue to fill in the inner part. And then lastly, I'll fill in the middle section to create that fullness. Now all of a sudden I feel like I don't have enough leaves. I don't know why, but it's not a big deal. You can always cut out more. I think I have plenty. I do, but I don't know. I also know that I love that lush look. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I do find that it's easier, I think, so far to add the outer leaves first, because that really is going to determine the shape of our wreath. And it's kind of like I'm drawing a line right now, you know? And so I want to focus on just one line versus trying to draw two lines at the same time. Which is what I did for the first wreath, and kind of started to do it for this one too. But then I changed my mind. Oh my gosh. So yeah, sorry if I'm not like looking at the chat as much right now, but I'm like in the zone. So if I miss any of your questions, feel free to ask again, or just DM me, message me. If it's like a very important question that you need to have the answer. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love that. See, I love. Okay, cool. So far, I think that this second wreath is coming out better than the first one. And this is just what happens when you, well, you know, I don't want to like speak too soon, because what if I sort of mess it up? But typically, you know, when you do something for the first time, that's not necessarily going to be like the best, your best, you know? Typically it takes a couple of tries. Alright, so we've made a full circle with our outer petals. So this is, oh my gosh, yikes, my nail got stuck. So this is, oh my gosh, I love it. What do you guys think? I mean, the outer section, right? I really like it. This one is okay. Anyway, so this is, so now I'm gonna do the inner part. And I was saying that this is day 7, because I forgot to say it in the beginning. But this is day 7 of a series that I have been working on, like the 12 days of Christmas crafting series. For some reason I don't love that, so let me replace it. So yeah, make sure you check out my other videos. Here we go. As we've created some really cute crafts. We've done flowers, cards, well, 1 card, but like three flowers. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a new glue stick. So I've reposted the lives, most of them, not all of them, but I have reposted most of them, like 3 I believe, in my page. So make sure that you check it out. Okay. So this is day 7, and then day 8, it's gonna be tricky because this week is a very busy week for me. My daughter has a ballet performance this weekend, so this week is like full of rehearsals, and so I'll do my best to continue with my lives. But we shall see. It's okay though. I'm still happy that I got to at least start this series. I hadn't really planned to do it. It was kind of like a last minute thing. Oh my gosh, now I feel like I don't have enough. Well, I can always make some more. And so yeah, I'm happy that I got to do it, and I will be doing this series in the future because it was so much fun. I've always wanted to. I mean, I've wanted to for a long time, but it's kind of a big commitment. Ultimately though, it's fun, so I'll probably do one for spring. And I think I like this better than doing like the workshops. Oh shoot, I just glued my leaf to the table. Okay. It happens, it's okay. So yeah, I know that you guys have been requesting workshops, and I did an online workshop, which was fun, but ultimately I think I like doing these lives, which this is a workshop as well, live demos, and so I'm just gonna roll with it. All right, so I guess I was right. The way that I arranged the the leaves, like in trying to make the wreath wider and a bit more lush than the first one. Obviously, like I ended up using more leaves, but you know what? I think this is fine. I would like to add more, but it's not. This is doable. Like, and then comparing it to my first wreath, it's a lot thinner. I used fewer pieces. Excuse me. So yeah, I like both variations, but let's finish this and then we'll compare. So yeah, all that's left to do now. Excuse me. So all that's left to do now is just place our baubles, our fun Christmas ornaments onto the wreath. Oh, thanks guys. And of course, I am having like a coughing fit right now. So sorry guys, but whew. Okay, I drank some water, so hopefully I can talk just to finish this off. So basically what I would do now is just glue these, add some glue, and glue them down. But I guess I should do it. What the heck? Sorry if I continue coughing. Well, if I continue coughing, I'll just log off, but hopefully I'll be okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys know that I have been like pretty much sick since my daughter started kindergarten. It's been crazy. In here, you want to be, you want to try to like space these out as evenly as possible. Okay. And then because the leaves are kind of like fluffy and like sticking up, you want to make sure that you're holding down the ornament so it actually glues down. But yeah, isn't this so cute? Oh my gosh. Super cute. And if you're a teacher, you could definitely use this as a classroom activity. Could be a group activity. Super fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I hope that this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed following along, crafting along. Let me just bring in, oh my gosh, so cute. Yeah, I can definitely see how you can see through, like, and that's fine. But I would definitely add a few more. I'm definitely gonna add a few more leaves, just to make it a bit more full. But I love how wide the wreath is. And let me bring in the first one that I made. I think I took this one off because I don't know what I was doing. So let me glue this back on. Yeah, this one is a bit thinner. And ornament. So I mean, this is cute too. It really depends on how you want your wreath to look like. Personally, I prefer this one, but I will add some more leaves to it. You could also add different shades of green for the leaves. I think that would look really pretty. But yeah, this is my project. This is day 7 of 12 days of Christmas crafts with Floral Flair Studio. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I am so happy I made it through with just a little bit of coughing. I don't know what else to say. Happy crafting, I guess. Oh yeah, one more time, just because it's gonna be up for a limited time. This is a freebie right now in my last post. You can go and check it out. You know, just add your comment to get the link to the free template. And yeah, enjoy this special time with your loved ones, or if you're just relaxing. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much, Yagamil. I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.